7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay, let's go to the air track. Now what I want you to focus on when you're doing it here on the air track is, that's really bouncy. Let me see. We're gonna start with this mat here. Okay, yeah, let's do that. The thing that you did here on the tumble track that I want you to really focus on applying here is before you start, you have like a slight tilt on your toes right here. I like that. So make sure that you keep that and you feel that. Keep it in the toes as you bend into it, okay? Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Way to hold on to that tug position, man. Oh, that was completely, I feel like
it was really powerful.
It was really powerful, but the way that you held onto that tug was uncharacteristic of you. Usually, you let out, and you land short, not because you should have landed short, but just because you let out. The fact that you held that, your feet hit, and you're still in a tuck position, rolled back, made me so happy, because you would be able to save so many of your tucks, not just standing tucks, but your two-to tucks, any tuck that you do. I guarantee you most of the time, unless you did something just like completely crazy, not what you normally would do, but you would land your tuck. Almost every single time that you've touched down on your two-to tucks, if you held your tuck like that, you'd be on your feet. So good. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, hold it. Yes. Man, I'm so glad I told you about the C-shaped position today. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm gonna pull this mat onto here. Now this part, I don't remember for sure. Did you land it when we pulled it back onto here?
I can't remember.
I feel like maybe you did like the very last attempt. When you do it like this, it does not really change. Hey, there's Velcro on the other end. Yeah, which is nice because it keeps it in place. Yeah. Doing it here, so two things. One is you're landing on a harder surface, so automatically, mentally, it's easy to change it. But then two, whenever the mat is here pulled onto this crash mat, it does take a little bit of bounce away because the edge of the mat, you can't stand on the edge of the mat with your heels to where it gives you like this extra little bounce. So since it's straight across here, so it gives you a little tiny bit less bounce, and then you're landing on the harder surface. So be ready and prepared for that to give it a little bit more to finish it, okay? Here we go. On the toes, yes. Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the mat slid on you, bro. All right, hold on. Let me push this mat all the way here so it don't slide on you like that. Okay. Because I think you could have landed that one. All right, try that. I felt that you stayed in that tuck position though. That was good. All right. Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I love that you're holding onto your legs for dear life. That's so good. As your feet hit, your hips just need to sit back behind you a little bit more. So really settle into that C shape. You're holding onto your legs, which is like the biggest part of the whole entire battle. But then when your feet hit, if you hit and you're like too stiff here, you're still gonna come forward. But if your hands are here, plus you sit back to that C shape, then that'll bring your center of gravity, which is this part of your body, that'll bring it back here, which is gonna balance you out.
Oh,
So if that center of gravity comes here, that's where your body's going. But even if your shoulders are forward here, you keep that center of gravity behind you, you can sit back into it and finish it. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, just like that. What you're learning through this process, Ella, is going to be so beneficial because when you start doing your tucks on the ground by yourself, it's going to take an extra level of effort of fighting for the landing. And the way that you feel right now is like you're landing it and it's like you're really fighting for the land. It's going to be that, but even more intense when you're on the ground because you're not going to have as much height and as much power. In the hard floor, when you land on it, it's not going to absorb. So even though you're landing on this hard floor technically, but with the crash mat underneath it and it absorbs, it gives you more time to sit back into it. So what you're feeling yourself do here, you're going to have to do even more on the ground. As a matter of fact, we're going to do this. Let's do one more. Let's land one more here. Then we're going to go to hard floor. I want to spot you a couple on the hard floor with like as little spot as I possibly can to give you the feeling of doing it on the ground as much by yourself as possible. And so you can try to apply the things that I'm talking about, like fighting for the landing, creating that habit of landing, okay? Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's solid. Let's go down here to the hard floor. Here, come down here a little bit. All right, stand here, face this way. Do you work on these fairly often on the hard floor? You do? Okay. You feel like your coaches are spotting you. They spot you enough to where it's like easy for you to do it?
They spot me like little.
Little?
Yeah, they give me little spots.
Okay. So when you land it, do you come forward at all? Do you like shoot forward ever?
I come forward or I step out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what it feels like. So my goal is to spot you as little as possible. Enough to get you to your feet, but you're going to have to fight for the landing. Okay? Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. That's feeling strong. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to tell me if a coach has ever told you this before. In regards to your tuck, has a coach ever told you, specifically talking about the landing, to like get your chest up or to like not land with your chest down?
Yeah, to get my chest up.
Get your chest up, okay.
Yeah.
I can tell by the way that you're landing it. Here's the issue with thinking about trying to get your chest up. If you're trying to get your chest up when you're landing, you're gonna pull your head up. You're gonna try to land like this. But when you do this, this is going to pull you forward. In an ideal world, if you did a standing tuck, you came out and you landed like straight up and down like that, that would be amazing. But that's not realistic.
Yeah.
When you land your standing tuck, your chest is going to actually be down. That's essentially the C shape that I'm teaching you. So I don't want you to try to land and immediately bring your chest up. I would rather you land, sit into it like this, and then you stand up and clean, get your chest up after you've landed the skill.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to do a standing tuck and land like this? Like straight up and down? No. Have you ever seen anybody like actually do a... No. I couldn't do that. If I tried to do a standing tuck and land like that, I wouldn't be able to do that. When you land, this idea of, oh, you got to get your chest up. I've even said that myself. Like I've told a bunch of kids that before. Like, oh man, you just got to get your chest up. But then as I've worked on back tucks more and more and more, and I've trained kids, I'm like, that's not realistic. And what it does is it forces you to bring your head up and then your body comes forward here. So finish your tuck, get to that C shape. After you land, you stick and stand, then yes, stand up and clean it up and get your chest up after the skill's over, okay? All right, let's do it again with that thought in mind. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And you didn't like try to land and immediately get your chest up, right?
Yeah.
That is how your back tuck should feel. Okay. And the thing, I spotted you the same way, and you had a lot stronger of a finish on that one, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and spot you a little bit less, which is gonna challenge you more to land it. Do the same thing you're doing with a little bit more power behind it. Finish, land, then get your chest up. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, way to fight for that landing. That was just a little one-handed spot. Like just barely tap the legs up. So what that means, with how I spotted you, that means that the thing that you need to do more and faster is get your knees, your bottom half of your body, up quicker. Like that drill that we do over there, where I tell you, hey, set, get your knees up quick. That's what you need to do. Because think about it. I don't know if you felt how I spotted you on that. I didn't touch your back at all.
Yeah.
Which when a coach touches your back, the reason why they do that is they do that for the sake of getting you more height. When a coach touches your leg, the reason why we do that is for the sake of getting you more rotation. So if I didn't touch your back at all, and all I did is I just touched your leg like that, that's me getting your knees up to your chest faster, getting you into that tuck shape. In order to take this away from what I'm doing, you have to do this quicker. If you beat me to that part, so if you set knees came up quick like that, I would go like this and I would just miss you. So that's the goal, is to do that so quick that I don't have to help get you to that point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so good. We have about 5 minutes left. Are you wanting to do any running tumbling at all?
I kind of want to still work on standing tucks.
Okay, cool. We can just finish with standing tucks then. We'll keep going with it. Okay. All right. With how good you landed that, I'm going to do the same thing, but just less. So again, you have to beat me to that part, okay? And two, so the whole entire thing we're trying to do is get more rotation. You still have a good amount of height, which means that you could adjust to directing that power to more flip, more rotation than even into your height. So if we lowered your tuck just a little bit, but gave it more rotation, then that would be ideal, which means that when you go into it, set harder. Now by set harder, that doesn't mean set your body straight up to this position harder. That means set harder in this angle and then fast with your knees, because that's going to generate more power and more flip going this way,
Okay.
right? All right, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you're doing your standing tuck, everything that you do has to happen as fast as possible. Now on a round off handspring tuck or a round off tuta tuck, you have that speed and power momentum. You can stand up, you can kind of wait, take some time, go up, then get to your tuck position as you're flipping through, then come through, grab your legs and pull. But on your standing tuck, we have to speed up what you're doing. Like it's a 1 repetition, maximum effort, as fast and powerful as you can, in like a split second. Because the back tuck, from the moment that you jump to the moment that you finish, it's like 1 second that you're in the air. So you don't have time to do much else. So in that second that you have, make what you're doing as fast as humanly possible, okay? So set, tuck, pull fast. And then hold it all the way to that C shape, okay? Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that was good. That was really good. You stomp that tuck. Okay, let's try something. Let's try something a little different. What I'm gonna let you do is I'm gonna let you start your back tuck. So you're gonna initiate the tuck by yourself. And then I'm gonna come through and just kind of help to finish the rotation as much as needed. This is going to put all the responsibility on you to get the rotation. Now, right now, how we're doing your tuck is when you set into it, I'm touching your legs to try to help you get your knees up to your chest faster, right? Okay. I'm no longer gonna do that. That's gonna be all on you. At the end, like the last quarter of your tuck. So basically, from here to here, if there's any help that's needed, that's where I'm gonna be. So really focus on getting everything started as quick as possible because the rotation is 100% on you. And I'm just gonna help to make sure that you don't land too hard or like short on your ankles like this when you come out of it, okay? Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Oh man. That honestly went even better than I expected. Because whenever I do that, that really gives you the feeling of doing it by yourself. And you stuck with it. You didn't change the technique. I underestimated you. I thought you was going to change the technique on me, and you didn't. Okay, let's do that same thing. Let me think for my spot. Okay. You handle that well, so I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go just a little bit later on it. Okay? So really start out as strong as you did. Get to that tuck shape. Hold it all the way till the end. Finish it strong.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, next time I see you, the next step is going to be doing it, probably have you do it on the spring floor. I don't know, Ella, this is the thing. Between your standing tuck is at a point to where any lesson you're going to be doing this by yourself. Whether it's with me, with a different coach at school, there's going to be a time where everything is you're doing all the things that you need to consistently, correctly, the timing of everything that you're doing, the power that you have. And you know some days when you have like really good tumbling days? Like have you ever had days where it's like, man, tumbling just feels so easy today? When you're having one of those days where it's like, man, everything is so easy, 2 to tucks, fast, powerful back handsprings, your tucks are feeling awesome. You're gonna have a day like that. And on that day, in that moment, when you're feeling it, like you're gonna do your standing tuck. But then here's the thing, and I wanna tell you this in advance ahead of time, because this is the reality of standing tucks. Because standing tucks, it's a really advanced, difficult skill. When you get your standing tuck and you land it by yourself, the hope is that you got your standing tuck, you're landing it 10 times out of 10 for the rest of your life. The reality is you're going to do your standing tuck, you're going to land it, you're going to be super excited, and then you're going to go back into the gym some other day and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. Like I didn't land any standing tucks today. But I'm telling you that so that when that happens, you don't get discouraged. You're not like, oh man, why was I able to do it that one day and then I can't do it anymore? It's a very difficult skill. And that is just, and I'm sure you see that with girls at cheer. Like, do you know a girl that has a standing tuck, but on some days and then some days she's like landing on her face? That's a very common thing, okay? So just when you get to that point, you're not like, what is happening? That's very common. But let's go ahead and hit one more. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna try to do as little as I possibly can. So I need you to really hold that tuck shape strong and finish it for me, all right? Here we go.
There's like a spot and just like a time.
Yep, just as little as I can. I'm still there. Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's so good. You're doing so awesome. I feel like every time I see you, you're getting better. That's the hope and that's the idea, but that doesn't happen. You're welcome. Good job.